Yo, 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 what is up, my fallopian tubers? Cesario from the Vario coming back at you with another video for your butt. Today I'm making a video response for Reindeer Studios. Howdy, partner. Reindeer Studios, the best friend that anybody could ever have. The best friend that anybody could ever have. Alright, so he recently reached, I guess he officially liked 1,500 videos in the 5 years that he's been watching YouTube, so he's having a celebration, and he wants you to talk about your favorite uniform. Tell us what your favorite uniform is. So one of my favorite uniforms is probably because I was caught in the moment. I was a big fan of Darryl Strawberry and '86 through '89 and stuff like that, and so I always wanted this jersey in particular right here, the ones he was wearing at the time. So this is the Henley style jersey, without the buttons. You know, one thing I like about the Henley style, it's like a pullover. So you don't have the buttons. So, the Mets, the name will always be perfect. It ain't gonna, be shifting or having an air gap in there and stuff. So the Henley style jersey, that's what they're called. It's kind of one of the ones I'd wish I had. And so the Mets were established in 1962 after the Brooklyn Dodgers left and the New York Giants left. New York needed a baseball team in the five boroughs. So they started the Metropolitans, the Mets for short. So in 1962, when they came up with the uniform, when the first year they started, they incorporated, as an homage to the Brooklyn Dodgers, using their main color of that blue. And then for the New York Giants, they copied their trim of orange that they had. And I'm not a big fan of orange, man, but when used right, call me sexy. All right, and so in 1962, when the team established and they needed a logo, they hired some guy, Ray Gatto. No, Ray Gatto. He was a comic strip guy in New York. So they hired this comic strip guy to create the logo, and this is the logo he came up with. And it's been said you can't miss something you never had. But I don't know if that's true. You guys tell me if if you didn't follow the team logo in the early '80s, maybe you don't notice that New York thing is missing out. Do you see that? Had the light backwards. Yeah, so that New York thing, they stopped using that in 1989. I don't know why, but they stopped using it. So, but that guy included was trying to represent the five boroughs. So he had like all the church spires at first. He has the Williamsburg Savings Bank, the Woolworths Building, the Empire State Building. He also had the United Nations Building, and then he added the bridge to represent connecting the five boroughs, man. So it's a pretty cool logo. It has the base. I mean, for it to be designed that long ago and still be so awesome is awesome. All right, so in 1965 they added the numbers, and then in 1979 they put the names in the back. So the uniform has changed, and in 1982 they added these racing stripes, and that's exactly what they just call them. They call them racing stripes. And my dad had a Mach 1 Mustang when I was a kid, and his stripes looked like this down the center of the car. So that used to remind me of that back then from his Mach 1 Mustang. So I mean, so also once they put these stripes and they're so thick, they had to stop using the patch, so they no longer put that patch on the side because of the racing stripes. Man, but those look slick. Burn rubber in that uniform right there. And then in 1988 they did add like a little, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, a little white border outside of the orange border. But this is the one that I'm going with, Scott. All right, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. On July 6, 1983, who became the first player to hit a grand slam in an all-star game? Fred Lynn. What could be going through his mind?